Alright guys, back for the second half of the story of the week. Really enjoyed the first half, hope you guys did too. I want to bring your attention back to the two different skills that we were talking about on Monday. Well, if you did it Monday, some of you guys may not did it Monday, did another day of the week. But during the first part of the story, we were talking about two specific skills. One, summarizing, and two, making a prediction. All right, there are things that you're going to do throughout the rest of your whole life. You're going to have to learn how to summarize different stories that you read, different books that you read, and it's always good if you want to be a champion reader to be able to make predictions. Does anybody remember what genre this story was? Anybody? It was an opinion text. Now, what's the difference between an opinion and a fact? Okay, in the discussion, you guys are going to today have to write one fact about Thomas Edison and one opinion about Thomas Edison. I'm going to say a sentence now, and then you can tell me whether you think it's a fact or if it's an opinion. Planet Earth has one moon. Fact or opinion? Okay, that would be a fact. Why? Because we can prove it. All right, we know that Earth only has one moon. I'll give you another one. Dogs are the best animals. Is that an opinion or is that a fact? That would be an opinion. Why? Because some people probably disagree with me. Some people maybe think cats are the best pets, or that goldfish are the best pets. Okay, it's my opinion. It's something personal to me. In our story of the week, Edison's best invention, the author thinks that the light bulb is Edison's best invention. Okay, maybe some people will agree with him, but it's still in his opinion. There are other folks that may think that different inventions that Thomas Edison were the best. So today we're going to dive further into a little bit about why this author thinks that Thomas Edison's best invention is the light bulb. Now remember, for us, how do you summarize? What you're going to do is you're going to be searching for headings throughout the story, and then you're going to be pulling main ideas out of the paragraph. You're not just going to list and regurgitate everything that was said. You're going to try and pull main ideas out of the specific headings that we're seeing in this story. So, to pick up where we left off, we should be on page 264. Okay, there's a pretty cool photograph. There's a lot more photographs than illustrations on this. What's the difference between a photograph and an illustration? Okay, a photograph is something that is actually taken in real life, and an illustration is something that is drawn. All right, so let's take a look at page 264, paragraph 12. You can follow along with me, you can read along with me, or you can whisper read, whatever makes it easier for you. Or if you just like to follow along as I'm reading, that's fine as well. The light bulb changed the world so much that it is hard to think of life without it. Before Edison, people used candles, oil lamps, or gas lamps to make light. You could not make light without burning fuel. Burning candles and oil lamps caused many deadly fires. According to Jean Beretta, Edison's light bulb was sturdy, safe, and bright. It made light without burning. Homes are now safer thanks to the light bulb. They are also brighter. Oil lamps burn through fuel very quickly. People only lit oil lamps for as long as they needed them. Mr. Beretta says that light bulbs burned for a long time, far longer than any lamp. Before the light bulb, the streets of big cities were lit by gas lights. Smaller towns used oil lanterns. Some places had no lights at all. People had to carry lanterns if they wanted to go anywhere after dark. Many people just stayed inside at night instead. So on page 264, what is the author doing? He is giving you a bunch of reasons to believe that his opinion is true. Okay, that the light bulb is his best invention. He's giving you, literally, he's saying exact things. Some of them were actually facts. Like, for example, people only lit oil lamps for as long as they needed them. Or, let me see here. Where's another one? Before light bulbs, the streets of big cities were lit by gas lights. So these are all facts. Again, his opinion is that the light bulb is the best invention, but he's supporting his opinion with facts. That is an extremely good way to convince people that you are correct, and that is exactly what the author is doing. Paragraph 14, page 265. In my opinion, Jean Beretta is right to say that the light bulb changed how we live. It brought safe, bright, and long-lasting light into homes, offices, and factories. Today, we do not have to stop doing things just because it is dark. With floodlights, we can play sports and go to concerts at night. Street lights, traffic lights, and automobile headlights make our roads much safer. The light bulb has made a huge difference to how we live. It is certainly Edison's best invention. Still not convinced? Let's look at some more facts. Now, if you're on page 265 right now, which you should be, you're going to see where it says, did you know, with a question mark. So, did you know, immediately as the reader, I'm thinking that they're going to start giving me facts, again, to support the opinion of the author, which is the light bulb is Thomas Edison's best invention. So let's read. Edison used Greek roots to name many of his inventions. For example, the word kintograph comes from two Greek roots. Kinitos, or you pronounce that kinitos. Sorry, Mr. Wright's not very good at pronouncing these origin of Greek letters. Mr. P would be great at this. Mr. P's parents are from Greece. The Greek word for movement is grapha. The Greek word for writing, kintoscope, also has two Greek roots, kintitos and scopus. The Greek word for target, kintophone, has the Greek roots kintikos and phone. The Greek word for sound or voice. Actually, you pronounce that how we would say phone, phoona. That's very interesting. I'm learning stuff too right now, guys, too. I'm not very good at these Greek roots, but hopefully you guys are much better than me. Phonograph also has two Greek roots. Can you tell what they are? Notice how knowing the meaning of the Greek roots can help you figure out what the inventions do. You can use the same trick for a lot of words used in science. If you know what the roots are, you can break the word down and figure out what it means. I want you guys to take a quick look here. This is also a photograph. Now, if we're talking about Greek roots in these couple of paragraphs in the Did You Know section, where do you think that statue is located? Anyone want to take a guess? If you guessed Greece, you are absolutely correct. We are over to page 266 now. If you notice what the heading says, it says lighting the way. So right then, as a champion reader, you're thinking to yourself, okay, with a heading that says lighting the way, what could I potentially be reading about next? So let's look at paragraph 15. Let's compare the light bulb with the kintograph and the phonograph. First, how many new inventions did each of them inspire? The kintograph led to the invention of video cameras, movies, television, and online video, which you're watching now. BT dubs. The phonograph led to the invention of the jukebox, the vinyl record, compact discs, and MP3 players. The light bulb inspired the invention of many kinds of electrical lights, as well as power grids, and nearly every invention that uses electricity. The kintograph and the phonograph led to many inventions, but not as many as the light bulb did. This is one reason why the light bulb is the best invention. Great inventions also change the way we live. The kintograph inspired inventions that allow us to see things from long ago or far away. The phonograph inspired inventions that allow us to hear music from around the world. The light bulb changed how we live, work, and play. Thanks to the light bulb, we can do things now that were not possible in the past. Our lives are easier. Our homes are brighter. Our streets are safer. All because of the light bulb. The kintograph changed the way we see the world. The phonograph changed the way we hear the world. But the light bulb changed the world. I like that line. If you disagree, think about what happens when the power goes out. A power outage shows what life was like before the light bulb. It can be fun at first, but no one is sorry when the lights come on again. That is another reason why I believe the light bulb is Thomas Edison's best invention. Notice how we hear him say the word I, that personal pronoun, a lot. Again, you're going to hear that a lot when people are giving their opinion. I think, or I want. Jean Beretta writes about the greatest tribute to Edison's talent as an inventor. President Hoover, that would be President Herbert Hoover, who was the president during the time of Thomas Edison, asked the country to honor Edison by turning off the lights for a minute of darkness. That minute of darkness reminded everyone just how much Edison's best invention had changed the world. I'll tell you what, guys, the author is doing a really good job of trying to convince us as the readers that the light bulb was the best invention. Honestly, for me personally, he did convince me. I do agree that the light bulb was the best invention. Do you agree? Now, this next page, I think personally, is the most important page for you guys with the skill that we're learning of summarizing. On page 268, you're going to see it says Edison's Inventions, and then it breaks it down. It says inventions. What inventions did they inspire? How did they change the world? So what they did was they broke it into the kintograph, the phonograph, and the light bulb. And as you can see, just based off of the lists that they compiled here and they summarized from the story, it's pretty convincing to me, at least, that the light bulb was his most important and best invention. But let's read a little bit about some of the main ideas that they pulled out, as if you guys should have been pulling out when we were reading. So for the kintograph, what inventions did they inspire? They inspired movies, movie cameras, movie studios, movie theaters, the kintoscope, the kintograph, TV, and online video. So right now, we wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for the kintograph. That's interesting. How did they change the world? Allowed events to be recorded, created the movie industry, and led to TV and online video. So, pretty big things. Kintograph, pretty important, if not extremely important. Maybe that's your best, maybe you think that's the best invention. The phonograph, what inventions did they inspire? The jukebox, the talking doll, dictation machines, microphones, vinyl records, compact discs, digital music, voicemail, audiobooks, answering machines. How did it change the world? Allow sounds to be recorded, created the music industry, led to music charts and pop stars. If I had to guess what Mrs. Cruz, what her opinion of his best invention would be, I bet you it would be the phonograph. Why do you think I said that? All right, next up, the light bulb. What inventions did they inspire? Flashlights, automobile headlights, stadium floodlights, traffic lights, electric signs, power grids, many electrical inventions. Now this is, to me, where I'm convinced, where it says, how did they change the world? Look at all the different ways that the light bulb changed the world. Let's read about them. Provided cheap, safe, long-lasting light in homes, offices, factories, and on city streets. Allowed people to travel, work, and play after dark. drove the spread of power grids that sent electricity to every home, led to many inventions powered by electricity. Guys, another great story. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you really take a lot from this last page in the sense of learning how to summarize, because remember, that's the main skill. I'm also interested to hear if your predictions came true. I know many of you really enjoyed to do the collaborative discussion. Please feel free to do the collaborative discussion with anybody that you live with, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, grandma, grandpa, mom, dad, whatever it is. Feel free to do the collaborative discussion with them. And I also want you guys to take notice about, just look around where this video is. We have a TV behind us, okay? Would that have been there without Thomas Edison? Would I be able to do this online recording without Thomas Edison? And, okay, the other lights are back there. I can't turn them off. Will we be able to do this without Thomas Edison? All extremely important things to think about the next time you use any of the different aspects that we learned that were foundation. The foundation was built with Mr. Thomas Edison. So what an important person he was for not just our nation's history, but for the world. I hope you guys enjoyed the story this week. Peace out.